There seems to be some sort of confusion as to why Republicans didn't dominate the way they thought they would or the way they thought they should. So I'm going to run this down for everybody real quick because I keep hearing people blame Trump and they're blaming bad candidates. And yeah, that was definitely a part of it. But here we go. Most Americans want Republicans to shut up and leave abortion alone. Most Americans want marijuana legalized, even if they themselves don't smoke marijuana. Most Americans would like to see schools and shopping centers and churches and concerts not be shot up. See, they'd rather pick lives over guns. Unless you're pro-life, then you want guns instead of whatever. Most Americans understand that legal immigration doesn't take place in America, doesn't start in America. So we know that there's really not much else you can do when it comes to immigration than what's being done right now. And no one in their right mind believes anyone has an open border policy. With that being said, most Americans also understand that most illegal drugs are seized through legal ports of entry. And no one who has a brain in their head thinks that the illegal drug business is a $1 billion a year business because they send people over the Rio Grande one at a time. That's just dumb. Most people understand that if you're going to make accusations such as election fraud and voter fraud, you should have evidence and be able to present your evidence under oath, under penalty of perjury when it really counts. Most Americans understand that presidents and governments don't control gas prices or any prices. That's done by greed and companies. There's your inflation. If you're going to convince me that somebody else is racist, how about not having Nazi white supremacists supporting you? How about not being upset that statues of racist pro-slavery assholes are coming down? How about that? How about you just keep your religious beliefs to yourself? How about that? How about you actually come up with some policies and ideas that would help everyone out? Is it that hard to do? Now here's the thing, you're going to say, well, I'm completely wrong in this video, but the problem is you already know that I'm not, which is why Republicans only really win in heavily red districts, which is why you gerrymander your districts to the point where it doesn't even look like any shape known to man. If you've ever seen one of these districts drawn up, they're like all over the place. Like they look like Captain Hook's hand or some weird thing. This is just a short, quick example of why Republicans aren't dominating anything. And Democrats, you have a problem because I understand sometimes you have to go along with this stuff because, well, most people just don't know. And I get that. That's the political side of this. But sometimes you need to, just come out and tell the flat-out truth. Seriously, think about this for a moment. What president or party in their right mind who wants power and wants to be reelected would raise any prices? But that's the world we live in, where something like that makes sense to other people. Does any of this compute? Seriously, Herschel Walker, you couldn't find anyone in Georgia better than Herschel Walker. That is a slap in the face to every voter in Georgia. Not just Georgia, but around the country. This is the best you could come up with, Herschel Walker? Anyway, this was just a quick rundown because everyone seems to be confused of why Republicans can't win. Because it's been the same nonsense for the past 60 years. And you know what? People are finally waking up.